So my sophomore year in college, I accidentally took the wrong class. I was supposed to take general statistics. I accidentally took applied statistics at Troy University. Now, apparently, this was one of the hardest classes they had there, and very few people take it, very few people pass it. And so when I went into the classroom the first day, the teacher said, "Are you supposed to be here?" I said, "Well, I think so." He said, "Yeah, you're on my roster." I was the only person that looked like me, and there was only 6 other people in the class. I sat down as he started the lecture, started writing stuff, and handed me the syllabus. I realized I was in over my head in a major way. With that said, I got up, I think halfway through the class, and I started walking out. He goes, "Hey, you leaving?" I was like, "Yes, sir. I don't think this is the class I'm supposed to be in." He said, "You're probably meant to take general statistics." I was like, "I'm going to go ahead and go get that change." He said, "You can do that, but you'll never know what you could really be." I turned and looked back at him. He's got the largest grin on his face. His name is Dr. Avon. Dr. Avon said to me, "Son, I bet you could pass this class. Matter of fact, I think you could do well at this class." In my mind, I was never good at math. Of course not I could do good in this class. As a matter of fact, my GPA was already hanging on by a thin thread. And with that said, I turn around to walk back out. I take a few steps down the hall. He sticks his head out the door and says, "Why don't you come back and find out what you really made of?" I was like, man, who does this guy think? But I'm the type of dude, I cannot shy away from a challenge. I just can't do it. I go back in the classroom, I sit down with a little bit of vengeance, and then realize again as he finishes his lecture, oh yeah, I'm cooked. No shot. At the end of the class, I'm still sitting there trying to figure out what he wrote down. He says, "If you come back and we work on this every day for the rest of the time you're in this class, I bet you can pass." It's like, okay, why not? Let's give it a shot. I got a B plus in that class. And after that, there was nothing that I did in college that I considered hard anymore. With that said, this teacher challenged me in a way that I would have never took the challenge on my own. And because of it, my confidence was through the roof when it came to academic work after that. I'm so grateful for him. But this is more about you being challenged to do things that are out of your comfort zone. Is there something that you need to do or go through in order to get something that you really want, or even just to boost your confidence? I'm not talking about climbing Mount Everest. Don't do that. I'm talking about taking a course, starting a business, getting lessons, or doing something like that that you should be doing. Why wait? You could fail. You could waste your money. But what if you work? What if it works out? What if you pass? What if you become everything you thought you could be? Who knows? Maybe you will. Remember that the goal is growth. Growth happens in the journey. Maybe you can pass something hard too.